Hey! It's me, Star, and welcome to my show. This podcast is full of conversations, everything about life and God. This is my way of sharing my messages and realities with you. So, welcome to my train of thoughts. Alright, so for this episode, I'm going to talk about this feeling or this state of mind that we have about getting stuck. So I have been struggling for how many months now? I've encountered different challenges every day and I couldn't get to find the balance between all of my activities. From all the self-help books and self-improvement reference materials that I have, I cannot seem to pinpoint those issues that I have inside me. Like I feel like I couldn't get myself to begin improving myself. There really is a difference between action plan and plan of action. I got to a point where I couldn't take it anymore and I am somehow ashamed to ask for help or cry for help at this day and of course at my age. Then I decided to search about the different areas of life. I came across this wellness post talking about the 6 vital areas of life. It mentioned about social needs, intellectual needs, spiritual needs, emotional needs, environmental needs, and lastly, physical needs. So I couldn't pinpoint to which part of it I was struggling the most, and which area should I start on organizing or prioritizing first. What I recently learned about myself, and what I don't like at the same time, was my initial compulsiveness. I get vaguely interested on one thing until I reach a certain point where I don't mind it anymore. It's like I'm only good at beginnings. It's not that I easily get unattached with things, but I think it's just my life having these overwhelming and never-ending things to do. At this point in my life, I'm slightly on the verge of letting go of things from the old me, from things to personalities. I'm somewhat greedy when it comes to gaining input. It was one of the strengths detected as I took this strength-based assessment tool. Too much input from information got me hoarding books, hoarding notes from various topics, keeping a lot of this data or this information, which I couldn't even get the time to do so or to finish these books. It also applied on my career as well. I wanted to be good at everything, like me undergoing most specialty training for my profession. I wanted to attend all the seminars out there. So from all of those experiences, it led me to where I am right now. I'm literally lost in choosing which specialty field shall I focus all my knowledge on. And the third thing that I want to prioritize is my spiritual life. Ever since I became a follower of Christ, I got this confirmation that I was really still a baby Christian. And being so, I wanted to finish all the books from the Bible in a rush. I wanted to read every Christian book I could find. I wanted to read all the daily devotionals I could get myself into, whatever the topic or whatever the series of those devotionals. I just wanted to read them all, both paperless and in paper. I wanted to lead many people immediately, even though I really need to build a strong foundation first. Now, it feels like time is running fast and there are a lot of things I want to pursue, and I don't know which ones should be the perfect one and which ones should I begin to let go. Like in my dream of writing, I endlessly want to pursue this, but in this day and age where people are now doing and posting everything online and mostly videos, it got me thinking that probably nobody's ever going to read what I write, or if I ever really have it in me to continue this in the long run. I really have this hard time in speaking in front of people, but if I compare it with me writing, I just couldn't stop myself from, putting all the words in paper compared to just doing it verbally. I think it's because I enjoy pouring myself out in writing. So right now, I'm still balancing and weighing everything in my capacity, still stuck inside my own box of thoughts. And if I ever get to let go of some responsibilities, I hope I wouldn't hurt anyone in the process. The thing with getting stuck is the thought of just staying stuck and not doing something about it. So no matter where we are in life, no matter what the circumstances are, there will always be an escape route. There will always be an open door. There will always be opportunities. The good thing about the state of mind that I was in was that it actually allowed me to reflect on where I am currently. It allowed me to open up my eyes and see what are the things that I needed to look deep into that life, both the good and the bad. Because there came a point in my life where my mind kept on running around in circles like it was held in its own cage. There was really a need to set the wrong mindsets free and set things straight. It's just like giving new birth to a new mind or a new thinking or a new mindset. Most people in this generation, or I think in my generation, do not know what their life purpose is. And I think that was where I was too. All these thoughts have led me to look into my personality, all my experiences, and my issues. I think this is the place where I need to start. Everything became too overpowering at times that I just needed to step back for a little and give myself time and space to breathe and feel it all out. You need to go from wanting to start to change your life to preparing the steps in actually changing your life. It is important to push past your fears because part of changing and opening up yourself to go outside your comfort zone can be scary. Imagine that you are telling yourself to stop getting stuck and move past that level, to intimately pick up the pieces of pain inside you and deal with it, to actually deal with it, to possibly open up areas of failures and mistakes. But there's nothing wrong with failure. It is normal to have them, and the presence of adversity in our lives would even help us to develop ourselves, develop our characters, mold our characters. You just need to let go. There is just this need to let go of old beliefs and mindsets that limit our capacity. I came across this line from a book that I read years ago where it says, "If you want to live a life you have never lived, you have to do things you have never done." This stuck with me just like how I was stuck in this season. We human beings, we praise comfort so much that we cannot fully develop ourselves, or we get to a point that it scares us to try new things. A lot of things change within us, and when we do open ourselves to things that scare us, it is relatable somehow to building your faith greater than your fear. Some of the most life-changing experiences lead to transformation, and it is amazing if you think about it. The step of faith that takes us to fight our battles that would eventually lead us to our successes. And not only that, the type of fight where you face your giants and knowing one way or another you're going to win that fight, this is all because you know within you that God is with you, that He is always present in your life. So the only tip that I have if you are stuck in life the same as me is that we should try our best to improve our situation and at the same time build our faith to the point that we get to release things beyond our control and let God do His wonders. And we must trust that this new beginning is already better than where we were. What we choose to focus our mind on will eventually become our reality. So let's just press on, persevere, and sooner or later, we will no longer be where we are. As long as we're moving forward, that's all that matters. Alright, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you find this episode helpful. Hey, if you enjoyed listening and you want to hear more, subscribe so that you'll get notified for when my next episodes come out.